Good, happy Monday morning. Is Monday, August 29, 2022. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Monday morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Monday morning, so let's get started right now. First up, employee hit by roller coaster at New Hampshire amusement park, still recovering in hospital. State Tramway inspector inspected the coaster Saturday and approved it for operation. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Are aches and pains catching up to you? You can relax. Mainly Tubbs Self-Care Summer Sales Event is here. Our wellness products can...
Yeah, Aaron, the state fire marshal confirms that the operator of that ride remains in the hospital tonight after being hit by a coaster car and falling off the ride platform. Now, this happened on the Puji Penguin spin-out coaster. We're told the 51-year-old worker was the sole operator of the ride and was well trained. He was on the ride platform when he was hit by one of the coaster trains and fell roughly 6 to 8 feet to the ground. The fire marshal tells us people were on the ride at the time, but no one else was injured. Officials are now working to find witnesses who were on the coaster to better understand what happened.
The ride remains safe. There was something that happened that made that operator step out onto the platform in a I'd say in a unique way that wouldn't normally be the case. And we'll further do some follow-up to figure out why. But the track record of Sanders Village, the other facilities in the state, and the partnership with our inspectors do provide for a nice, safe environment for people visiting the parks.
Now, the state tramway inspector did inspect that coaster yesterday and approved it for operation. The ride remained closed again today, but that decision was made by Santa's Village. Meanwhile, we're told the rest of the park was open today for guests. Live in studio, Scott Cook, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Father-son rescued from Boston Harbor reunite with rescuers. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Are aches and pains catching up to you? You can relax. Mainly Tubbs Self-Care Summer Sales Event is here. Our wellness products can relieve stress and anxiety, boost your immune system, and promote overall well-being. Now is a great time to invest in yourself with huge savings on hundreds of in-stock hot tubs, free saltwater system upgrades, and special 60-month financing. The Self-Care Summer Sales Event is going...
It was so weak. I can't.
This was the first time we met Joe and Tommy Azarito when the father and son lobstermen were rescued last week by Boston Police Harbor Patrol just off Graves Light in Boston Harbor. This is Joe and Tommy today, coming to thank the Harbor Patrol team who saved them from a near drowning when their 28-foot Grady White got tangled up in their lobster lines, and that sent them onto the rocks of Graves Light, sinking their boat.
He was calling the police, and then he calls on the radio, Mayday, Mayday.
Boston police officers Garrett Boyle and Stephen Merrick were miles away when they got the call, but arrived just in time to see the men's boat had sunk and were clinging onto a life vest and cooler in Boston Harbor.
All right.
I can hear my father screaming for me. It was terrifying, man. It was very terrifying. I was all beat up, and that was pretty much it. I was terrified, as you can see.
He's always laughing.
For officers Boyle and Merrick, it was just another day on patrol, but this one came with 2 saves. And they have a message for those who are on the water, no matter how much experience you may have.
Things happen very rapidly, and it's very stressful. It's life or death.
For this father-son duo, it was a day to remember.
It's definitely a life changer. Definitely is. No more lobster. No more lobster. We're selling those. We'll just stick to fishing. That's what we'll do.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Grant, New Hampshire residents love seeing gas prices drop after record average high. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell saying a federal abortion ban is possible.
Access to care here could be threatened. Don Bolduc, Chuck Morse, and Kevin Smith would all vote for a nationwide abortion ban. Don't let them make abortion illegal in New Hampshire.
The pain at the pump is becoming a little less painful.
Glad it's going down slowly.
I think it's $3.77, so that's pretty exciting. That's by far the lowest I've seen in a while.
The most expensive gas average in New Hampshire came on June 13th at $4.996. Since then, it's slowly dropped every day, now sitting at $3.955.
Everything is so expensive with inflation and everything, so it's crucial that they go down.
Ali Batchelder says that the gas prices got scary high at one point and would still like to see them continue to drop.
I don't think it's enough, but it's definitely significant enough to at least help.
Kristen Nelson came to budget gas because it was the cheapest she could find. For the last 3 years, she had a 45-minute commute to work, having to fill up multiple times a week.
I was filling up on average, twice a week when the gas prices were at their peak, which was intense.
But the intensity is dropping along with the prices.
And I'm a school teacher, so now that the prices are going down, every cent counts, so I'm very happy to see those prices go down.
Kristen says her commute now is only 5 minutes, so she's only filling up her tank about every 2 weeks. However, she's always looking to save a few bucks when it comes to gas. Here in Manchester, Troy Lynch, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Driver pulled from burning vehicle after crash on Everett Turnpike, state police say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
What does it take to be the best? It takes guts, grit, determination. We don't settle for second place. We give 110%, 120% of the time.
Yeah, that's right, Aaron. This crash happened at about 9 p.m. last night, and state police that there was only one car that was involved. Now, this specifically happened when the car was heading southbound on the Everett Turnpike, and police say the car was fully engulfed in flames when they arrived. A Nashua man was pulled from the vehicle by several bystanders, and he was taken to Elliott Hospital before being flown to Boston with life-threatening injuries. Now, the cause for this crash is still under investigation. However, state police believe that speed was a factor. Live here in Bedford, Troy Lynch, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Worker seriously injured after falling 10 feet at Greenfield construction site. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Senate Republican leader Mitch McConnell saying a federal abortion ban is possible.
Access to care here could be threatened. Don Bolduc, Chuck Morse, and Kevin Smith would all vote for a nationwide abortion ban. Don't let them make abortion illegal in New Hampshire.
Tonight, a worker at a construction site in Greenfield is recovering from serious injuries after falling more than 10 feet. That accident happened yesterday on East Road. Officials say the worker was transported by helicopter to a local hospital. The cause of the fall is still under investigation.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. One person dead after crash in Rochester, police say. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
If you have ever dreamed of having granite or quartz countertops in your kitchen, but thought it was too expensive, Bob's Granite Place can make your dream a reality. Granite countertops start at only
Breaking news right now. One person is dead after a crash in Rochester. Police responded to the crash on Blackwater Road near Tebbets Road around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Authorities say a pickup truck crashed into a tree. The driver was trapped inside. That person pronounced dead at the scene. An investigation is underway.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Newly released footage of Utah man who died after a police encounter. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
She was supposed to be the one. I used to believe in the one. And then I realized there's plenty of savings in the sea. Amazon has daily deals that shake your soul. What? I'll go check on those tater tots.
In Salt Lake City, authorities are now investigating a police encounter that ended with a man's death. Police body camera video shows officers trying to restrain a man who appeared to be experiencing a mental health episode. After a struggle, the man died in custody. Here's ABC's Mona Kosar Abdi, and a warning: you may find some of the images disturbing.
Tonight, newly released body camera video shows the moments before an unarmed Utah man died after a police encounter. According to Salt Lake City Police, officers were responding to a 911 call about a man, later identified as 35-year-old Nikon Brandon, allegedly trying to steal a beer from a local brewery.
He's in his underwear and he's just running around, definitely a danger to himself or maybe the traffic.
The 911 caller then suggesting the dispatcher send mental health resources.
Definitely mental health issues going on.
Instead, this happened. Brandon police say grabbing for the first arriving officer's gun. And as more arrive, reaching again for a gun.
Put your hands behind your back. Do it now.
Brandon now only making sounds.
You want to sit up?
Well, you sit you up if you stop.
You gotta be cooperative though, man. We want to help you.
And then going silent.
Our officers noticed that the man had become unresponsive, so they immediately started providing medical aid.
Taken to the hospital, Brandon died there, police say. A statement from the chief of police says in part, quote, "We are committed to carefully reviewing the investigative findings in this case." Salt Lake City police operating under a mayor's order to employ de-escalation techniques before using force.
And we've also learned that earlier that day, Brandon had an encounter with police from a different jurisdiction. Officers there cited him for public intoxication, took him to a detox facility, but then he left. Lindsay?
Mona, thank you.
Hi, everyone. Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, everyone, and goodbye.